being here. As usual, I'm figuring out the tech. Maybe this is nice. Yeah, block the fan. Okay, great. Got my apple, got these tulips. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Take a moment to transition. So definitely check out our live tab. I like the live stream because they do all the production. I just am on the camera. And that's really the only part I like about this whole video filming production sequence. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting our channel at Artistic Apothecary. I am the founding steward. My first name is Kuwa, jasiri, and my pronoun is beauty. Doing everything backwards is a little bit confusing. There's a little bit of iris here. I just love this. And you can reflex these tulip leaves to get this effect. Love it. I think I'm going to start doing like bouquet creations in my wellness sessions, which are available starting April. If you want to book a wellness session, that's totally available. Go to artisticapothecary.org/apothecary. That's a mouthful. The wellness sessions, you can click there, look through what's available. We, of course, have like sliding scale and pay what you can. Also, a shout out to the Patreons, our seed pod giving tree. Also, people who pay directly through Stripe on our artisticapothecary.org/donate. We're so grateful for you. That money goes to me to pay my rent, to make sure that I can keep doing this work in my house. You're going to look at the fan. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Or maybe not. I don't know, or maybe not. Oh, and soon these plants are going to be growing. And of course, the tumble mats, do some gymnastics and Pilates, fun things like that. Places to put my apple. I know, I want to like show you my apple. Agala, honey. Okay, so I've got my 120 cards falling apart. Oh, great. And you can like see them on my lap. I know, I have like this whole system. It's either you see me or you see the cards. And like I was saying before, the cards are like, you know, they don't have a lot to them. And of course the puzzle pieces on the back. So I'm always like, who's this reading for? 3 piles. I like the 3 piles. Last reading was like zippy. Who knows what'll happen. But I'm about to go do hurricane relief aid in Jamaica for Hurricane Melissa. So this is my last moment. And I woke up early. Give it to the universe. Woke me up. Actually, my neighbor woke me up with their alarm. Yes. Triplex life. Okay, so first we've got this puzzle piece. And we have the jackal dog. I guess these are the piles. I don't know what this reading is about. And then we have this pile. Yeah. With the ball python. So the jackal dog comes with the sorghum. I'll do both because it's Flora and Fauna. Ball python and the nutmeg. Yeah, they also have numbers, all these things. Knobbed hornbill, which we'll get into more. And the glory pea. Okay, so who is this reading for? We got gorilla, baboon, okra, cumin, 6158. Says community, pride, reject friction. That's a big truck going by. Soul ties. So maybe this is like finding your tribe, anyone looking for their tribe, people that uplift them, a community they can have pride in, a gentle community, somewhere you can just shine bright. I love that for you. Okay, so that's what this reading is about. Where you can shine brightest. Maybe how to find those people. We'll see. We'll see what about that. Okay, so we're going to start with the jackal dog and the sorghum. It's number 60. Got resourceful, ease, consistency, ancestral. And I think of consistency wherever you find it, right? Is it that they don't show up? Is it that they show up this often? Consistency is not frequency. And it's neither negative or positive, right? They can consistently be negative or consistently be positive. So that's what I'm getting first, is kind of just evaluating the current community you're in, the people, places, predicaments, possibilities in your life, and figure out, is this high, is this low, is this positive, negative, is it fulfilling, is it draining, and decide, is there ways you can firm up your boundaries? If not, they gotta go. They gotta go. Let them go. Okay, but that's your pile card, number 60. My thing too is like ancestral. I think sometimes we come from really broken, harmful places and we think this is life. This is all you get in life. Right? And I challenge you to be resourceful and find ease and go where rewards greet you and really let go of the other stuff. In my own life, I've had to let go of family. I've had to let go of people, places, possibilities, predicaments. The peas, they're gone. And new peas, I say you've got to empty, you got to let go to fill up, to get new stuff in. So I'm currently in a let go. Okay, actual cards for this pile. Yeah, maybe the let go. The let go. They're popping out. Okay, the upside down catfish, quagga zebra, balm of Gilead. The 60s are potent in this reading. We got 58, 60, 61, 63, and now you have a 65. And technically the 63 is not yours. The next pile. Read a little bit to you. Here's your puzzle pieces. Refreshing, right? I think you're ready to be refreshed, right? This is change perspective. That's another P, perspectives, right? Is everyone around you poo-pooing your ideas, your vision? Are they uplifting you? Are they validating you? Are they affirming you? This says opposites. Are you hanging out with a lot of people who are opposite than you? What are you going to? Self-acceptance. I think sometimes we stay in those broken places because we can't fully come to terms with who you are, right? Embrace your differences, negotiate and compromise, but also keep firm boundaries, right? I was going to give an example. How do I negotiate and compromise? I do it. Are you convinced? I wasn't. Not my favorite game, probably why I'm single and monogamously dating myself. But I was just thinking of going out in the world, right? Just generically in the society you live in, right? There's some compromise. I have to find the grocery stores that treat me the best because there's so much bias and racism that happens to me at the grocery store. And right, like I was saying, I had to evaluate where I shop. Is it worth being harassed the whole time and followed? No. And so now I do shop at a box store, but they're so sweet to me. They remember me, multiple employees, smiley, giggly, what's going on. I can just share, like, I had a great interview. I had this thing. What's going on in your life? Just while we're and they're really sweet to the house with people. And so I also shop at my local market, and I found one that gives me that same love and joy. This is harmony on the tiger lily. Get what's yours, honey. Okay. You seem nervous. Get what's yours, honey. We got a 10. We got a 70. Chameleon, termite, passion flower, pencil tree. I feel some apprehension. 10, 70. I said all this already. Right? This is saying trust the process. Trust yourself. Right? Pray. Do I let them go? Is there better? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wait, you weren't praying to me. My bad. I just intercepted. It doesn't all have to get up there. No, I'm just kidding. Adaptation. I think there is going to be some of you learning to be different. This says drink water, protect yourself. Any magic you're doing, let everything fall away that's not for me. Black salt. I just put that all around my house. I was gently robbed recently, and as much as I'm like, get it, I'm like, this is my house. And so just reaffirming that. Notice small aspects. And I think that's the thing. Sometimes there's these overarching things, but I always say the more little moments you always, in this moment and in my own life, I'm always affirming to myself that the little moments need to be the most joyous. I require the most joy in the littlest things that I do. Is it strolling around the block? Is it gazing out the window? Noticing my neighborhood, going for a drive, or even the roads I choose to get to the places I'm going, right? It's like, I need the joy in the tiny, the minuscule. And when you are evaluating your life, figure out, right? Is it always tiny little jabs? Because sometimes we're like, oh, it's just little. These add up, right? Little moments add up to your life. So if all the little moments are crappy, it's all crappy, right? Your foundation is crappy. Like there might be some boop, boop, boop pops, but in general, it's giving dud. Okay. This is blend in. Don't know. Okay. Okay, here we are. These are your beautiful cards. This one is going to be longer. And so maybe just let me know. You like long ones? You like short ones? Readings. Lion, okapi, germanium, sacred lotus. Thinking about getting a germanium. I want to tell you about Best Life. I've been dreaming of growing all of these plants, and I literally have a whole garden of everything I've dreamed of. Elderberries, that's like my most abundant dream, is to be in relationship with elderberries. So here we go. This is strength and challenge yourself. And I want to challenge you to be more authentic, to express your no's, to express your yeses, to firm up your boundaries, to get agency of yourself. It says lead with grace. Also be sweet about it. I let people go, and it starts with like everything I love about our relationship, because right, I was in it. At a certain point, it fulfilled everything I desired, and that's how I started. And I get into like the littlest, you have done things for me. This has served me so well. Right? And then I also am going to this new place, and I'm not taking you with me. I'm leaving you here. Okay. And it's going to be griefy. Grief. Oh, this says authentic self, in high favor, spiritual growth. Definitely lean on the spirit. I mean, that's my whole jam. Is that what we're doing right here? Is this... It's in action. Okay. Soul led, right? Did your soul lead you here? It says embrace and lean in. Where did I say go? Where the rewards greet you, honey. You deserve it. So this is my affirmation deck. which just has like affirmations. Can I get one for the 60 pile? That jackal dog? Who are you? Sorghum. I really love sorghum. I've been growing sorghum in my garden too. Just one, please. Let's pop on out. Oh, there you are. What was I saying? Begin and end with prayer. That's the affirmation. The card also says, available to support better. Every decision you make is to better your life, right? You have that autonomy. You have that agency. Where are the A's? It's available, okay? A it up. Trying to figure out this plant. One is a cleaver. One is this green mushroom whose name I don't know. I think it's a sea hibiscus. Look into it. Okay, let's end with prayer. Oh, to the universe, if that's okay with you. If not, get on out of here, right? Let it go. Say no. Okay, if you're in the yes. Okay, praise be to the universe, honey. It brought you here. It brought me to you. It's having me get into my purpose, which is to support you, right? For better, right? And that's why we're praying at the end, because we listen, right? We ask, we listen, we follow. Allow pile 60, the number 60 to come through for them. Allow them to notice it for a reminder. I know, what will I pray to them? Allow them to find their people. Allow them to shine bright. The pile 60. Shine bright, honey. Remind them constantly how wonderful and great they are. I'm so grateful for you. So grateful for the universe. I'm so grateful for the divination and the synchronicity and how we are all connected and different. Allow that to be abundant. Allow the flowers to bloom. Broom, broom. Maybe some cleaning. Allow us to clean up our space and allow us to bloom. Oh, it's all available, honey. So it is. Okay, I gotta start making these time differentiations so I can tell you about it on the back end. Okay, what time are we at? Okay, beautiful beings. Now we're at the ball python. So these readings are a little longer than the last wave. If you like that, like the video. If you like the short one, go like that video. Or just comment, this many minutes works for me. The ball python, the nutmeg, 63. Flexibility, agility, moderation, robust. I do feel like the theme is kind of letting go to get, but I think also, right, you're evaluating your relationships, the people, places, perspectives, potentials, possibilities all around you. Seems like moderation. Sometimes we just, I've got extreme boundaries with my family, right? I still allow some of them in my life, but in moderation, right? Small doses, honey. Robust. I think that's like being in your agency and your autonomy, being in your boundaries, right? I feel like snakes get real strong boundary energy. And that nutmeg, you think of that flavor, maybe you're really unique. And I thought agility, maybe you're into gymnastics and things like that, flexibility, stretching, cheering, celebrating. I love that for you. Let's get some cards. So this has to do with community. Ish, just places you can shine bright. So far, it almost seems like you shine bright inside yourself, right? That robustness. Ooh, cards are flying. But not many, but a few. Enough. So you need 111. Oh, you got blank. Double blank, actually. I think you actually might have quadruple blank. Wow. Maybe this is also the moderation, or maybe it's a blank slate. Maybe you have just cut everyone else off or just put in those strong boundaries and you have a lot of space for the newness coming in. 111, 98. Okay, sorry, I keep showing you. Nothing, and I think you have to be reminded, like you have space to welcome in the new things of where you shine. And so think about that. Like, where do I feel passionate? Where do I feel joyous? And start adding or searching for those places. Right. I love flowers. I love walking. I don't know if I intentionally wanted to live, but I love living next to the river. And I go to the river almost less now that I live closer. Those kinds of things. And so my neighbor walks their dogs like twice circadian, just like out there walking the dogs. So then I asked, can I walk one of your dogs so that I can get to the river? Like, a buddy system. I also thought the dog would be like gusto, and they're like old. But that's also great because we're just leisurely getting there, which is even better in alignment, right? I was like trying to think I had to keep up with this athletic dog, and we're both just trying to keep up with ourselves. And I think that's a reminder, right? There's something about yourself. Are you blocking yourself? Are you, right? You're just not noticing that you're ready to bring in something new. So here's for you, something new. This says bush snake, egg eater snake. You have all snakes so far. I was telling you about this boundary energy. So maybe also too strong of boundaries. Maybe that's why you're having difficulty bringing in new things. You're just, everything's up. Everyone's like, how do I get in? And you're like, I hear that. Like, if you can't figure it out. But at some point, hey, everybody. Only one in. One in, one out. You're still the bouncer of your life. Pink Bombaya shrub and the fig tree. It says intertwine, vibrance, group up. What I say? Add them in. This says bundle up. That makes me think you think it's like icy cold out there. Like, oh, I gotta stay home. I gotta, it's safe here. I'm telling you, you're behind that wall. It might be cold on the other side of the wall. Bring a jacket, honey. Right? Bundle up, group up. And that's why I'm saying moderation, right? You're like, it's cold outside. It's cold, in relationship. Tip a toe, wear a jacket. Also be forthcoming with people. My walls are all the way up. I want new people. I want new possibilities, but my walls are all the way up. Ooh, oh, just do that. It says digest. Maybe you're, that queasy, digestive. Maybe think about that too. Get yourself some herbs. This is opportunities, right? And I think opportunity makes you queasy. You're like, oh, all this potential. The walls are, oh, they noticed me, honey. You shining. You're behind that wall shining. This says create, evolve. And I think that's what you're doing behind the wall. You are growing into your best self, and the world must have you, honey. We all require your brilliance. So please, 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 please. One in. This is mutualistic relationships. And I think maybe that's why the wall's here, right? It's been one-sided. It's been givey, givey, givey. It's been entitled people who want you to give more. Find some reciprocal initiative, rewarding people, and let one in, honey. Let one in, honey. Okay. I love this for you. I feel like, do you feel that? It says vibrance. You are shining. I want you to, the spirits are like, you're shining, and the world requires you for this next iteration of life as we know it. Please let one in. With your high standards, right? I'm not just saying whoever, they gotta be shiny too, honey. They gotta be polishing your shine, honey. You deserve that. Guess what? You literally have all snakes. The stiletto snake, little pencil snake, a yellow belly sand snake, a tamarind tree, and an African lettuce. The tamarind, I think, is really salty, right? Its roots or something happens, it's salty. So I could see that, right? You've got high boundaries, you're salty at the world. Honey, I have lived that life. Okay. And this is silky smooth, right? It's empty again, right? No puzzle pieces. There's nobody. But I think people have such trouble sometimes letting go. And it seems like that was the easy part. You let that go, the broken trauma relationships, the one-sided, and now you're clear. And I think maybe a little bit alone or moderation, right? You've got a little bit of people in society and places, and that's all you. And I think too, right? You're doing fine on your own, right? I'm just like the spirits, now go live your purpose, right? Our purpose is in the world. It's not at home, behind walls. But the spirits are also proud of you, right? You took stock, you broke relationships, you let go, you became shiny, right? People tried to tarnish and diminish you, and you are shiny. The spirits, you're in high favor. I think everyone who watches these videos is in high favor. I'm like, If you hang out with me, honey, the spirits love you. So this is silky smooth. I think it's going to be easier than you are giving it. It says protection, right? I think you have your walls up, but maybe finding what protection is with your wall down a little bit, right? So maybe adding protection, lowering your wall. I just did a black salt around my house, vehicle. This is go with ease. That's what I'm saying. It's just arm in arm with ease. This is thriving, honey. These people that you're going to find, fill up this space. They're going to be amazing. They're going to be amazing. This is duality. I guess some opposites, people maybe like not what you have been going for. I noticed that when I had to reevaluate my romance, and I was like, I'm not getting the co-parenting spouse that I am hoping for, right? I've like literally never dated anyone who wants to have children. So I had to like change, to kind of the complete opposite, right? The duality, change the type of person you're looking for. And maybe like complete opposite isn't for you, but just to realize there's a spectrum of people, right? And if these haven't been working for you, right, you got to let them go. They're gonzo, honey. Ain't no puzzle piece to connect to. Okay? This says the journey. I think you're on, right? There's the life journey, but in this journey of letting go of people, putting up your walls. I'm not dealing with any of that ever again. Right? These strong boundaries, these snakes, 1, 2, 3, 5 snakes, all snakes. The boundaries are the firmest I've ever encountered. And I love that for you. And also use firm boundaries in mutualistic, healthy relationships. Okay? This is rainfall. What comes after the rainfalls, honey? It's just blooming. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it pour. Let it thunder. Recently, I was doing this like Sufi snapshot of your life, or it can be a whatever moment. And I did it on relationships, and it was like, what's your challenge? And it was like, there's a storm, describe the storm. And I was like, there's a little puddle over here, right? The storm's all gone and there's just a puddle, and I'm jumping in the puddle and I'm disrupting that like micro ecosystem, right? Everything that lives in the puddle is like, it's a storm, but I'm personally not in the storm, right? The storm in my realm is gone. Okay. So let that rain fall. And I think you're okay with living in a stormy moment, right? So, and that might be where you are. This says conception, fertility. What do I keep saying? Fill it up. Fill it up. What do you want? What do you want? Fill it up. What do you want? Fill it up. You're so amazing. Okay, here's an affirmation. And then I'm going to send you with a little prayer. Okay, here's an affirmation. For pile 63, honey. For the snakes. Okay, I love a snake. Okay. Giggles. Giggles. They don't just come when you call. Come on, giggles. Here, babe. Okay, 1, please. Thank you. Aww. You have inspired communities rooting for you. right? And not one community, but multiple. That's your affirmation. The card also says, awaken your senses to the wonders that surround you by joining transgender equality. Maybe you're a queerdo. Maybe that's why it's been a struggle. You got my rhymes. But also, like, maybe that purpose I was telling you about is with trans equity, right? And putting that out there, or meeting these people in trans-centered spaces. I'm going to pray to the universe. If you're into that, stay. If not, use that firm boundary and get on out of here. I love that for you. Okay, universe. We're at pile 63. These boundaries, honey. Let me have just a little, shed some skin on me and let me adorn, because this is mighty. Firm boundaries are mighty. You are mighty, 63. Okay? May that number be affirming to you. May it circulate and find you when there are the people who celebrate you are present. When there's a moment to bundle up and group up, the 63 will appear and remind you, you're brilliant, you're authentic, you're courageous. What? You're vibrant, you're shiny, you're evolving, and there's so much opportunity for you. Okay? Fill up your space. Allow them to fill up their space, universe. Give them ease and confidence so they can thrive, so they can be better. So it is. Take care of yourselves. Okay, sweetness. Okay, so this is the last one. These are longer videos, or divination. So if you like the long one, like this video. If you like the short one, go like the other video. This is the knobbed hornbill and the glory pea 23. Here's your puzzle piece. Protect what you love. Give for others. Find the way out. Break through. Everyone seems like at a different part in the journey. You seem like you have a lot of community that's healthy and vibrant and supportive. And you're giving to that. Maybe this is saying protect it. Maybe think of ways to protect it. Maybe even root magic. I'm always talking about camouflage and invisibility, like anything negative just can't even sense our presence. I was ending with prayer, but yours seems like a beginning. So if you're into praying to the universe, get at this. If not, you might want to, I'll do this when I'm done, so you know. So skip until here if you're a no. If you're a yes, universe, come to pile 23. Give them grace. Offer them protection, clear protection, ways to amplify their protection so that they can break through. There seems like to get their maximum abundance, protection needs to be there. Allow their community to flourish and continue to be gentle and clear away everything that doesn't serve them. Allow them to have pride in their community. Healthy, whole, robust, nourishing communities are so valuable. Allow them to exemplify so that others can replicate. Allow them to live solely connected in this body and the next. Ooh, so it is. Oh my, are you all really spiritual? I feel like I was like, whoa, oh, maybe that was just my reminder to do that. Okay, so we're back from the reading, folks. Thanks so much. Okay, so this is about community and how you have a great one and you need to protect it. Okay. And I think sometimes when we're really sweet and open and nourishing and positive, we can be really open. And right, the universe is saying, protect what you love, honey. And what else is it saying? It's not saying much. I was going to say these readings are longer, but we won't have to talk long. This one's short. I think too, you're so able to find the way out, right? I'm kind of wondering what you're even doing here now. But maybe you just needed a little something, right? And the universe has it. Here's your puzzle piece. 52, Golden Wolf, self-discovery, embrace change, evolve into fullest potential, intuition. And what I was telling people is evaluating the people, places, possibilities, perspectives around them. And at some point you did that, right? And you really have this self-discovery. This is the community that I flourish in. I think you embraced the change that needed to happen for you to come into such abundance. It does seem, right? It says evolve into fullest potential. There's still, and maybe that's why you're here. It's like, what's this one thing that's missing? I was going to say it's intuition. And maybe that's something you can be working on refining. I didn't pull extra cards for people, but right. What's this one thing they're missing? Okay, which is so interesting. Every other pile had 2 cards that came out together. And you had one. You had only one. But like I said, you're so perfect. And you found people who push you up and make you feel strong. I'm just so grateful. I'm so excited for that. We have a Shapsteker snake, perhaps a tongue twister, a green pigeon, shade tree, calabash gourd, 104.95. So these are your cards of the what's missing. And something that I noticed in the last pile is not all of their cards, most of their cards were blank. And I interpreted that, right, like you're saying, what's missing? And so you're aware something's missing, right? Of no puzzle pieces, nothing to connect to, something's missing. So what do we fill it up with? Okay. This is parallel. So maybe people in alignment with what you already got going on in your community. This is slinky. I want someone who drops something, maybe someone who's differently abled, maybe trying to think about like the diversity and the true inclusivity of your community. You know, as much as you're like, we're so great and perfect, maybe you are kind of like homogenized in some ways. This is treasure, right? I've been thinking too, I get a key when something new is coming into my life that has a key. Like for this home, I had like a key, random key that I found that I thought looked pretty. And I put it on like a fun key ring that I was like, or like keychain. And I was like, this is the keychain I want to have with my new house. And so I had that key. And literally now that key is back in the universe and I have my actual house key on that keychain. So maybe thinking of something to commemorate or draw in. I know you're already so magical and whimsical, so think about that. I think too, this is slow to mature. So it might be something that has been in the works for a long while that just makes me think of something in my mind. I just had like the best interview with this company and they were like, on this day we make the decision. That day has come and gone and I haven't heard anything. And the universe is kind of just like patience and, you know, hear them out when they come to. But part of me is like, they're ghosting me, right? It's over, da 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 da. But we don't know what's going on until people resurface and notify us. So maybe open to something like that, just something that has been in the works and seems like kind of stagnant. I'm also about to go out of town, and so I'm like, I won't even be around. You know, I'm like, I might be feeling different when I come back. Who knows? This is whistle, and immediately I thought of like a whistleblower, and maybe someone who's willing to tell the truth, even when it hurts, even when it goes against their existence, when it jeopardizes their future or the path that they're on. This is build trust. You know, anyone, just think of people, places, perspectives where you feel like there's a lot of trust. Develop that. You know, I always say go where rewards greet you. Find where it's already working. Can I deepen this, right? This can be something completely new, something old, or something that's here, that's been here, it's been ruminating, it's going well, it's just on a simmer, like let it boil, honey. Maybe we need to boil it. This is divination tools. So I've got my divination deck, I have my affirmation deck. I guess we won't go into all of my spiritual tools, but maybe think about that, maybe charge them up. Maybe if there's a divination style that you've been wanting to try or do, this is your reminder to do. This is live music. Maybe you just need to rest a little bit more. I find after rest, during rest, epiphany, such great things. Like I said, I'm going on a slashy vacation. I'll do some resting and working out and hanging out with community. So I love that for you. Give that a gander. Well, I feel like I want to pray on the back end too. If you're not into praying to the universe, this is you. You out, y'all. If you want to, universe, come to us. Right? Thank you for making us mighty and bold. Thank you for allowing us to rise to the challenge of creating healthy community. Thank you for leading the path. But there's something missing. Huh? There's something missing. And please support me in finding it. Allow the number 23 to show up when it is here, when it is in front of me, when it is available to me. Remind me with the number 23. Okay, universe, we love you so much. Thank you. So it is. Take care of yourselves. Ooh.